Nice.
Alright, no one move it. Oh wait, where are we at battery
Yeah,
wise?
show that off.
Yeah. This is sponsored by Minute Maid. Minute Maid.
We're just
Made with
solid.
real fruit.
We're just solid 50%. Let me just step on everything.
Are you recording right now?
No.
Oh, dang it.
Well, no, we're recording the video. Yeah.
We're recording.
Don't even tell me when you're recording. I'll just be ready.
Okay, I know I have more chargers than this. Which one to use? Which one to use? Not that one. Just kidding.
Just on my phone. Oh,
is it gonna reach? I don't know.
It's not gonna reach.
I need you to not do the math for me.
You don't need to be a math major to know that. I'll tell you what. It's like a mix between Southern and...
I'll tell you what.
And what's his face? Johnny Cash.
Alright, everybody get your mic, we're gonna use it.
I like Johnny Cash.
Testing,
I'm
1, 2,
muted.
testing. It's doing the same thing it did last time.
You're muted.
That would be why. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I sound wonderful.
You sound wonderful. That's good.
Oh.
I sound less bassy than you. I need more bass. Oh wait, it's because I was on the wrong end of the mic. I was speaking. Wait, apparently this side's better? Or
That
this
side?
This
I'm
side.
on the right side.
You're good. You sound wonderful.
Okay, that's good.
In fact, I still want to add more bass to mine. I'm gonna take some from you. That's what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna take something.
Okay.
Alright,
Will
that's
you
how
take this cup from me?
making me look bad.
You're sounding weird, Justin. I'm gonna isolate you. Go ahead.
Okay. So today...
And then you sound wonderful. Okay.
What? You just
sound
said
good.
it, so I need to hold like this the whole time?
Yes.
Okay.
You sound great. Evan, you sound good.
I sound good. Just
You
good.
sound well.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I already told you you sound great,
Yeah.
but less great than he did because I took away a little bass. All right.
Oh. Why would you keep the bass?
All about that bass. Oh, if I look at you, I need to make sure I stay to the right of my mic.
We should...
Let's actually get sorted.
We should just start recording right now.
I'm gonna be
Right
barely
now?
on this
Yeah.
chair.
It's funny because right as I said right now, I hit the record button.
Wow.
Oh.
It's not funny how that
Thank
works.
you.
It's working.
What's worse is my ears are sweating now because
Alright. So we're gonna have a bit of dialogue first, right? You and I?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So let's start. I'm actually gonna start using the audio in 3, 2, 1. Hey, it's Nevan,
And Justin.
and you're listening to
Conversations in Water, where
we
bring the water. Conversation. We don't have any water.
We both did it. We both did it wrong.
Yeah. look
We
at
bring
that.
the conversations.
Yes.
And
You bring the water.
oh, I messed my mic up.
Unless you don't want to.
Unless you don't wanna.
Yep.
But please, goodness, people, please do.
Yeah,
It's
or-
called-
Like we talked about, like the first episode, you could just go next to a body of water or something.
yeah.
Like,
And Jesus is living water.
Yeah.
So if you just, you know what, you have Jesus. Hopefully.
Yes.
If not, we'd like to speak to you sometime.
yes, he died for your sins.
Yes. We'll
We're
have
all
a whole.
sinners.
Yes. We'll have a. Anyways, that was today's message by
Yes.
Reverend Ralston.
Yes.
Or excuse me. by Justin Mormon. It's an old thing. I can't talk about it. Okay.
You just did.
Well, this has been Conversations in
Yes,
Water.
this is Conversations in Water,
Yes.
where every time we record, our mic situation looks different every single time.
Literally every time.
Yep.
Next
It's-
time we're thinking no mics.
No, we're not. Next time we're thinking we're all gonna have mic stands.
Yes. Oh, and yeah, I already ordered the new mic stands. Michael Stanley. They will be here. They will be here on Saturday.
I didn't know that, so that's good.
Yeah, I ordered those. It was $30. If you could Venmo that to me immediately. My Venmo is
I don't
at
have
Nev
$30 in
Hoffman.
my checking account right now.
At Nev, Nev, Anyways, did you hear? Let's real fast get into this.
Okay.
Because this is actually kind of cool. So I don't drink beer. I don't know about you.
Okay.
I don't. I just don't enjoy it. I'm not gonna, whatever.
Oh,
But
I'm not 21.
oh yeah. But
Yeah.
there's this guy that does who held up a sign on college game day on ESPN. You know how they have like the giant windows, you can see through all those people. He held up a giant sign that said, "I need more Busch Light," and they put his Venmo. And like he was just
What?
like, he was just joking, like he was just having fun with it. But people donated, and the first day he had $1,000 donated to his Venmo. So like that's weird and random and like awesome-ish for him, hopefully. But it's actually 8 times better because instead of like spending the money on beer, which would have been insane, he donated it to the Iowa Children's Hospital. This was in Iowa. He donated it to the Iowa Children's Hospital, and he ended up raising like another $20,000. I don't know how, because this went around online. And then Busch Light reached out to him and said, "Hey, we're gonna match your donation to the Children's Hospital, and we're gonna give you free Busch Light."
Free Busch Light. Just one.
Just one. Limit yourself. One a week.
Wow, isn't that fun?
Yeah. Anyway, that was random, but.
Also, yeah. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
Okay. So real fast, we wanted to talk a little bit about me and Justin, because you might not know a little bit about me or Justin. Because you might know me or you might know Justin.
Right. Hey, you want to talk about how like we met?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay, this is terrible. Okay. So me and Justin met at a little place called Subway.
Yes.
You might have heard of it. It's in every small town ever.
Except Genoa.
Except
Okay, so Nevan and I, we're from the same county.
Yes.
Nance County.
Shout
out.
58.
Yeah. So I'm from Genoa.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Fullerton, 15 minutes away. And shout out to all of the 2 people listening from Genoa.
Yeah, Spencer Morris and
my mom.
His mom.
Maybe my dad too.
Maybe his grandma.
She's not from Genoa.
Okay.
Monroe.
Anyways, we like his grandma. We'll talk about that some other time.
That's a different grandma. That's the other grandma.
We
will talk about that sometime. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Yeah. So anyway, my junior year, Nevan's already working at Subway in Fullerton. Yeah, high school. And so I got a job the summer before my junior year at Subway, and that's how we met. Sort of.
So that would have been the summer before my senior year of high school, and I had worked at Subway at that point about a year and a half. I started there when I was 15, going on 16, and I would say I was a pretty good employee. I did eventually get fired from that Subway, which is not telling of my time there, I promise. You can talk to Rob McCurdy. He was my manager for many years before I got fired, and he could contest to my somewhat being good at being a sandwich artist. But anyways, I was decent at the job. Decent enough where they wanted me, it was more of like a shift thing. Justin's initial shifts were during my shifts, and so...
I got trained by someone else before that.
He did. So...
And the person who trained me, like the first 3 nights that I was there, she told me, like, hey, you're going to be working with Nevan, and so just you'll get through it. More or less what she said.
I did not. You never told me this. Was it Jessica?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later. Never liked
We
her.
don't need a name drop.
She's not listening.
We don't need a name drop.
Anyways, I'm sure she's a great lady. I worked with her for 2 years. So I did, and I'll be honest with you, didn't love the guy. But I gotta be clear. I'm clear now. I gotta be clear. I was a terrible person back then too. I mean, I still am.
Well then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
God's really done a lot of work in the
Amen.
last couple of years, I'll tell you that. A lot of my college friends who knew me freshman year can attest to that too. But anyways, and so I wasn't a fan of Justin. But then, last year, I started hanging out with him a little bit because of mutual friends, mostly.
Mostly.
And
that's a good story.
yeah.
We don't need to get into that.
No.
Shout out.
Yeah. This is awkward now. Anyways, we ended up meeting through mutual friends, and I discovered that Justin and I were very similar.
Yeah.
And and that's kind of how our friendship started.
Yeah.
And then throughout, so that started kind of middle semester. I kind of realized that, and we started becoming good friends. And then throughout my interactions with him, because I interacted with him a little bit throughout the summer because of some camp team stuff and some other stuff, and I realized that our banter could make a great podcast. But I always just thought it internally.
Yeah.
And
Me too.
Yeah, and it was mostly just because of this other podcast that I listened to where the guys had really good banter. You could tell they were really good friends. And that's when the whole CSF leadership thing that we talked about first episode kind of led to it actually happening. So.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are on this Thursday night. We'd like to welcome our special guest tonight. We actually have one this time. Do. His name is Evan Arnold. You can find him on Instagram at evanparnold.instagram.com.
That's right.
All right, say hi, Evan.
So I forgot to bring water.
I did too.
So we asked him for a bunch.
But it's optional.
Wait, do you... In honor of our second episode, you brought a Minute Maid fruit punch.
This is only our 4th episode.
This is our 4th, really our 3rd. We kind of talked a little bit. The last one wasn't real. It was. We posted it. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
Welcome.
Welcome.
So how you doing?
Oh, I got allergies. That's
Ooh,
all
me
I'm
too.
doing, so.
Okay, Evan, we want you to do your typical college introduction, but we want you to get everything wrong.
Everything wrong.
Yeah, you know, like your name, grade,
Alright.
where you're from. your
Where you're
major.
from?
I am 12 years old. I was born in Papua New Guinea.
Whoa.
My major is accounting. You know,
Nice.
I really love numbers.
Me too, I'm a math major.
Oh yeah, that's right. But this is about me and my accounting. What else about me?
Your name's Evan, which I like.
Yeah, I have jet black hair, so
He does.
yeah.
To clarify, we're not telling you like the actual truth of these things. So
Oh, yeah.
just, if you don't know,
Yeah, we've been lying to you since episode at least 2, probably 1.
Yeah, we don't even know. We don't keep track of lies.
My favorite sport is golf. You know.
But now you gotta know that's a lie because whose favorite sport is golf? I just isolated part of our viewers, listeners, whatever they are. Evan, that's fantastic. We want to thank you for being here.
Yeah.
It's been great. We're gonna go ahead and close.
Oh, okay. Well,
Tune in next
Right
time to
now.
That was
KWCI.
a nice 9-minute episode. Evan. So, do you understand a little bit, kind of the format of our show?
Well, I watched your first podcast.
Yeah,
All right.
that was. We've changed it up since then. We've moved
Well,
up.
that's
We've evolved.
okay. I'm in for
We've
it.
matured.
Alright,
Okay.
so
So, Justin, give a
brief.
brief
There it is.
recap.
Alright, we each bring 3 topics to the table. When we say these topics.
Not the coffee shop, the actual table.
Yes, I work there. We bring 3 topics, and when we sit down to record, it's the first time any of us hear each other's topics for the first time, and then we pick one of those topics to talk about from each, and then we have 3 topics total, and we talk about that till we're done.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There it is.
All right. So, Nevan, would you like to go first?
Testing.
What? What do you
Yeah, we're
test?
gonna have to stop it. I might stop working again.
What do you mean it's not working?
It's not working. Testing. It like
Which one is the test again?
Yeah.
There's nothing.
there's something, but testing. It did this last. Is there like something where it just these cables?
Is it the cord? Yeah.
Nah. It was. I mean, it could have been the cord because the cord last time was the same cord.
Yeah.
Trini has another cord, an extra cord.
Probably do. Should I go get it?
Maybe we could try that.
Testing. I mean, it's kind of there. I just have to get a lot closer than I did like just 30 seconds ago. So if I'm like right here, it's good. But this, if I go any further back, maybe I just need to increase.
Turn up,
speed.
yeah.
Testing. Okay, I think we're good now.
Okay, so last thing I said was Nevan, you want to go first?
Yes, and so I will say something. Testing again, one more time. I still have to get fairly close. Okay, I'll just stay right here. Testing. Okay.
Welcome to Conversations and Troubleshooting,
Yes.
YouTube.
This is our favorite episode. Okay, ready? Okay, so this time, oh crap, I'm screen recording. Just saying. No, stop. Of course. Okay, file audio recording. That'll work.
Are we good?
Yeah, so this time I actually do have topics, so you should be proud of me, all of you. So, here are my 3 topics, and my plan is, because we kind of talked about recycling topics, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
if
yeah.
we don't use these tonight, then I might bring them up again in the future, but I'm not going to do like, oh, next episode, because that's
Yeah.
lame.
Okay.
But, I mean, I say that now, but right now I only have 3 topics on my topic list. Anyways, how you listen to music, so like your preferred method of consuming music, how you watch movies, preferred method, and how you watch TV shows, your preferred method.
Ooh.
So which of those are you guys?
I don't know.
Evan, I'd like to hear from you first. I think.
Yeah, Evan, we'd like to hear from you a little bit.
Like about your topics, like.
Well,
we have to pick one of those
you
three.
and Justin pick which one of those three we're gonna do for me.
Okay. Huh. Maybe. I like movies, so I'd have to go with movies.
Okay.
Sure, we can talk about movies.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
So that's mine.
Yeah. All right. So my 3 topics. Let me figure out what I'm going to talk about. Let's see. Let's do meaningless phrases. Icebreakers in classes, and high school sports.
One more time.
Okay. So the first one was meaningless phrases. Yes.
Yep.
The second was icebreakers in class.
Ugh, yeah.
And the third was high school sports.
I think the last two draw me in.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I mean, the second one, but the second one would go with our theme. But you're our guest.
No, well, I mean.
Yeah, you're our guest.
We
already
can
talked.
do the second. We can do the second.
No. Evan, I don't
All
want.
right,
He's
high school-
conceded. We're doing the second
High
one.
school sports.
High school sports.
We'll do that one some other day. Save that one. Delete the other. I mean, not all of them.
There's like 20.
Clear your list out. Okay. And then Evan, what are you thinking?
So we're on a podcast, so I was thinking talk about podcasts. Maybe.
Okay.
That sounds terrible. Okay.
No,
That sounds terrible. Well,
I'm kidding.
I can talk about podcasts all day.
He could.
Maybe about like chicken. Okay.
Okay.
Just in general.
Fried chicken. Okay.
Oh, not live. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we could talk about live
Chicken.
chicken.
Can we just leave it at
Chicken
chicken?
in
Yeah,
general,
just chicken.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See where it goes.
And something that's been on like my mind lately is like
Jesus?
no, yeah.
He said no. For the record, he said no. I'm just kidding.
Okay. Well, so you know how much wood could a woodchuck chuck wood if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
We
You don't
did
like
that.
We're not gonna get
We
into it.
talked about that
We
the
did
first time.
first time.
Because
Talked
you
about it the
suggested
first
it,
time?
yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
remember?
I did
You
suggest
submitted it via
That's right. Well,
Instagram.
yeah, it's a good idea.
It's
I'm glad you used it. So.
we did.
Yes.
Check out the first episode.
Callbacks.
Call back.
Every time.
I watched that too, and I forgot that.
You watched it?
I mean, not watched it, listened to it.
Well,
I was
you
gonna say,
can
you're
watch
looking
our
for one
podcast
thing.
now because we're recording it right now and it's going on YouTube.
Yeah,
After
eventually.
this.
Like we'll figure it out. I don't know if we're gonna post it right
Wait,
away.
we're not?
We might.
Alright.
We'll talk about it.
We're
Me and
really
Justin-
organized here.
Well, I'll tell you what. Me and
Conversations.
Justin are like a married couple, except for 2 men, and
We're not
there's
married.
no attraction there.
I'm uncomfortable.
We're not married, to clarify. But I mean, our unorganization matches that of an old married couple.
Sure.
Maybe they're more organized. Anyways, who are we starting with?
Wait, what are we talking about with that?
Oh, right.
I mean,
What was-
so,
what
so
were they
woodchuck's out of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
What were the other two?
Podcast and chicken.
Chicken.
Alright, chicken it is, I suppose.
Chicken. All right.
Okay, we can talk about podcasts another time.
Yeah. Sounds
We're gonna
good.
say about like 20 topics.
That's true.
that we're
Okay.
gonna talk about.
So who's starting?
Okay.
Evan, you're our guest.
You can choose if you want to start or.
Or if you want us to go. This is like a new game show.
Well, I think Justin should.
Okay.
I agree.
Alright, so we decided on. High school sports. Yes.
High school sports.
Yeah. Okay. So
Go
high
ahead.
school sports.
Yeah.
All right. So, like once you get to like they seem like a big deal like at the time when you're in high school. Maybe if you have kids in high school, but after that, after you graduate high school, you go into college or you enter the workforce. Like unless you're the uncle from the Napoleon Dynamite, you're not gonna care about high school.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, or like that. Like there's people in town that like
No,
they
that's
don't
true.
have children. They don't have. Well, maybe they have children, but their children like grown. They have like no association with the high school whatsoever. Maybe they're a janitor or something. But like, and they're just like obsessed with
Yeah.
Friday night football or the high school volleyball girls.
Team,
like,
the team.
the team,
Watching
Well, hopefully.
them play volleyball.
Anyway, we're not gonna. And so for those situations, it's kind of befuddling.
Yes.
I don't get it. There's professional sports on television all the time.
Yeah.
You can go to Husker games. You have other options.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like professional sports.
Oh no, I agree. I agree too.
College is pretty good.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I don't like NFL football. I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll watch it, but
Yeah.
not very
I
often.
prefer college.
Super Bowl is about the most that I'll
Yeah.
watch.
And then we watch it for the
Commercials.
Commercials. And like
especially last year's.
Yeah. It's so rare that we get like an actually good Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like usually it's, what was it? Broncos and Seahawks maybe? Like 4 years ago. It was just. Anyways, we're talking about high school sports.
Yeah, high school sports. All right, yeah, but okay, so there are those people who like, you know the phrase like, oh, high school is the best years of your life, like don't waste it. That's a bunch of crap.
Well, it depends. Okay, so here's the sad part is for a lot of people, or some people I should say, not a lot of people, but for some. Testing.
I think it's the cord.
I think it's the cord. Is that what you said? Testing. I just keep having to get closer. Don't worry, we can edit this. Maybe it's no. I can't tell if it's the mic or if it's my headphones. I don't think it's my headphones. Okay. Now I'm just way too loud. Good gracious. This is wonderful. We love our new setup. What were we talking about?
You were like, but for some people.
Oh. For what?
That's what you started with.
But,
we were talking about high school. I was like, high school is the best years of your life.
Oh, for some people and I don't want to be rude about this, but they legitimately peak in high school. Like they're the starting quarterback, or they're the homecoming queen, or that's stereotypical things, or the cheerleader who's the head cheerleader or whatever, and like they legitimately peak in high school. And for me, that's kind of sad because like I couldn't imagine if I had to do different things in like if college wasn't as great of an experience as like for me right now, college I think will probably end up being the peak for me.
Yeah. I agree, probably. But
I mean, you can go further from there.
Yeah.
You never know.
That's true.
It's true.
You never know. You don't know.
It's true.
Meaningless phrase.
Amen. So, yeah, and I think that with high school sports, so, fun fact, I never played any. The furthest I went was in basketball, which I played like 4th to 6th grade, maybe 5th grade, 4th to 5th grade, and then I quit. And then I started 7th grade, and then there was one practice. I already missed like one practice just because, and then I missed another practice because I was sick. And then the next practice I decided, I think I'm done with this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would have been good at basketball, but I'm glad I didn't because sports wasn't never really my thing.
Yeah. So I did in high school. I did a little bit like basketball in junior high, but in high school I ran cross country my last 2 years. But I was also like sophomore on, so the last 3 years I guess I did broadcasting club, and so like we broadcasted the games over the interwebs, and we commentating. We did that on the games, and so I enjoyed that for especially the early part of my high school. So raising up the podcast thing, then you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So so that was my thing with high school sports in high school.
All right. Well, I ran track for 4 years in high school. That was probably my best sport. I played football for 3, and then my senior year I switched to cross country because I don't know, I wasn't as good at football as I wanted to be, and so I decided to do cross country just to get better at
Heck
track.
yeah.
So
Classic. Classic. That's pretty.
Oh,
okay. People are doing that now. Like Fullerton just got cross county.
Cross country.
Cross country.
Cross county.
They got cross county. They got cross country. I almost did it again. They got whatever that is. The year after I graduated, I think it was their first year with it, or maybe it was the year I did graduate. I don't pay attention. What I did do, relating to high school sports, was I started out your typical ball boy, student manager in like upper elementary, early junior high, and then I started doing filming. So I would record the games on the the video camera.
Stripe?
Well, it wasn't that yet, and then that got me into doing stats for the basketball team because they did it on a computer, and I was good with computers. I guess that was the math there. And it was a new thing they started doing at one point, and then we started striving the games when I was in a digital media class.
Stripe.tv.
That was probably my junior year, maybe. And that they wanted me to do the commentary on. Well, there was this one game. It was a basketball game. I believe we were playing either Twin River.
Hey, that's me.
Or Cross County.
That's
Maybe
a lot of people we know.
A lot of people know. I don't remember who we were playing, but to me, a fan of the Fullerton Warriors, they were calling the game very unfairly. And I'm this high schooler who's doing commentary for the game.
Once
for
again,
a live stream.
Nevan was a completely different person in high school.
That was awkward. I was just.
We can cut that out. We should cut that out.
Okay.
You were commentating.
I was commentating, and yeah, a ref made it what I thought was a bad call, and I was like, well, yeah, that was a dumb call, and I was just verbalizing everything that I was thinking, which I didn't understand was like not how you do it normally. Back then, I mean, granted, I'm still not good at that now, but better. I don't think I would do that now. And so the next, they didn't have me do it again, I'll just say. And the digital media teacher got in so much trouble because people from the opposing team were watching online and oh my gosh, it was bad. So that was the end of that.
That was that. Okay. That's high school sports.
That's high school sports.
That was way longer.
Brought to you by Minute Maid.
We're not sponsored by Minute Maid.
Okay, Evan? Or do we want to do my topic?
I don't care.
I mean, I feel like chicken could go anywhere, so let's save that for last.
Alright.
Yeah. Movies, so how do you, your preferred method to watch them?
Okay. Here's the thing, okay? So, did you want to talk first?
I mean, that's what you're gonna do. Are we normally gonna do that, or does
Yes.
it matter?
Okay, you talk first. We can cut this out.
Okay, we won't. So, my preferred method to watch movies, it varies. I am fortunate enough I have access through myself or different people to Netflix, Amazon Prime, the Hulu, the other ones. I would say I rarely watch movies on those. Occasionally Netflix will either have a good third-party one, or I've seen some really good Netflix original movies. One's called no, that's not it. That's not an original. But anyways, there was one on there called About Time. It's really good. It's a time-traveling rom-com.
Oh yeah, I watched it with you.
Yeah, you did.
And I left halfway through.
You did. But it is a good movie. That was no testament to the movie itself. I think he was just tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there are some good movies on there. And so my preferred method, I actually have I have my own movie server, which I'm not going to go into detail, but I'll just say that I have a lot of movies, and that's my preferred method to watch them. So for me, it's definitely digital, no matter what. If the television is mine, and or I'm in any way have authority over the facility, there will not be an optical disc in sight. And for those that don't know, an optical disc is a DVD or CD or whatever. So you ain't popping a DVD in my television. First of all, that'd be weird because there's not a DVD player built into it. But second of all, yeah, I don't do DVDs.
Oops.
I've ripped some DVDs that I couldn't find the movies for, but piracy is a victimless crime. Anyways, go ahead. We'll cut that up.
We better.
So how I prepare, not prepare, how I watch movies is probably in theaters. I prefer the most.
Okay, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Try to get $5 movies, not too often, but.
Good old Wayne Majestic Theater.
Oh yeah.
Sponsoring us.
That's a lie.
That's not that.
That we could really get in trouble for that.
We won't. Why would we get in trouble? It's free advertising, bro. They actually are wonderful. So I do love Wayne because and any small town theater that still does $5 movies. That's so rare nowadays.
Even in Omaha, there's nights where you can get $5 movies.
Yeah.
That's when it's packed though. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the theater. I don't know why. You think.
Yeah.
But I could see.
Yeah. No, the best time is when you do it in the morning when you're the only one in the theater.
Is that a thing? You can see movies in the morning?
9 a.m.
You can. In Omaha at least. And then I don't like to eat food or anything while I'm watching the movie, just because you hear yourself chewing and stuff. So yeah, that's my preferred method in the theaters.
Yeah.
Alone, no food, just me in the movie.
Just me. Just me in the movie.
Yeah. All right. So, for me, it kind of depends. So, if I'm like really super hyped for a movie like Avengers Endgame or something, I would prefer not to see it in theaters, even though that's how I ended up watching it, because like I don't want to be around people who are like cheering and laughing and I can miss some lines. Like I want to be able to experience the movie, because you can only watch the movie the first time once. So like after that, you know what happens more or less. You can forget in like 20 years, but who wants to wait that long? And yeah, you can only experience a movie the first time once, and so I don't want my first time to be ruined by people laughing or cheering or crying or breaking up with their girlfriend or something. So
don't come to the theater and break up with your girlfriend, please. That's just rude.
Right. Okay. But if I like don't really care, then yeah, sure, I'll go to the theater. But also if like to me, most of the time, if I'm watching a movie, it's like a social event. Like some people, they get we're not gonna name drop. Some people that we know, they get really upset if people talk during a movie that we're watching.
Obviously.
No, if you don't know the person.
Well,
yeah.
It's our friends. Mutual ones.
Anyway,
we're gonna cut that out.
Yeah, we're gonna cut that out. So it's a social event. So you're there, you're definitely watching the movie, but you're also like talking. You're talking about the movie. You're talking about other stuff together with the people. So that's how I prefer to watch movies, I suppose.
I mean, for me, it kind of depends, right? It depends on the movie. Like, there's movies you can talk to. Like, if we're watching a rom-com, I think we all know what's gonna happen, right? So like, now don't get me wrong. I think there's still moments of the movie that you want to be fully tuned in. Usually, regardless of the movie. Like, even in a rom-com, like about time, there's moments I like, this is important, or whatever to the plot. But I think there's moments that are really important to tune into the movie. But I do think that like, you shouldn't threaten your friend's life just because they're talking during a movie. One thing I will say though, I gotta disagree with you about the like first time movie experience. In a partially, like I agree about the whole like snotty kids and whining moms and whatnot.
Breaking up girlfriends.
But I think the place where I would go a different way is like something like Avengers Endgame. Dude, watching that in the theater with everybody reacting the same way I was reacting, like this isn't a spoiler. If you haven't seen Avengers Endgame, you need to.
Spoiler alert. It's a spoiler.
It may not be. It is. When Cap gets Thor's hammer, the entire theater went insane, and like that was a moment we shared together. That first experience. So for special moments like that, I really enjoyed the theater. But I would say like it depends on the movie. You know what I mean? Like Toy Story, for example. Like we went to the theater and saw Toy Story 4.
We talked the whole time. And laughed.
We did. We talked and laughed. But I like if we could redo that and like had the option to watch it at home instead. I might change that because in Toy Story, what is there? There's a bunch of freaking kids whining.
More or less. Or those people, I guess.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's movies.
Yeah. That's movies. Alright. So I'm talking about chickens, I suppose.
So now we're talking about chicken. So for chicken, I was thinking about like just eating chicken. Like you got these restaurants like Cane's, Chick-fil-A. Popeye's doing their chicken sandwich too. And wow, I didn't realize how many people like chicken. So
Chicken is fantastic. I just want to get that on the record. I like it.
There's so many different ways to eat it. You can do fried chicken, you can do chicken breasts, grilled, baked, boiled, crock pot.
Welcome to cooking and chicken. Cooking and chicken. I think that I agree. There's so many different things you can do with it. Some of them healthy, some of them is unhealthy as you want. It's amazing. And I think that's what I really appreciate about it. Also, like you got so many different places you can eat, and I like them all. Yeah. Like people fight about it, but
people do.
I think Chick-fil-A is the best because of their service, and I think their chicken's really, really good too. But I'm not gonna sit there and I might because Chick-fil-A is great. But with other places, I'm not gonna sit there and fight because if I'm getting chicken and it's decently priced, I'm happy.
It's all good.
Yeah.
There's some people who just refuse. Like,
Who are these people? Vegans?
Well, no, like refuse to go to a certain restaurant. So if they're a
Oh,
Chick-fil-A
yeah.
fan, they don't want to go to Cane's.
Yeah.
Or Cane's fan.
See, I don't understand that.
Things like that.
Because there's different things in different places. When I went to Norfolk and I want chicken, I'm going to Cane's. Probably not KFC. We did that once.
Yeah.
And we regretted it
We regretted
a lot.
A lot.
I mean, it's not that bad, but you gotta pace yourself.
Yeah.
Can't dive full into the bucket. You gotta keep, yourself out. But if I'm in Omaha, I'm probably gonna go to Chick-fil-A if I want chicken because there's not a lot of Chick-fil-A's out and about. And
Well, next to Wayne, Nebraska.
the next one, yeah. Not to mention, granted, there's been plenty of times I've been in Omaha on a Sunday, and I don't have a lot of options. 2 times. Just
A lot of
knows this
times.
story.
What?
No?
What?
Oh, I thought you were
I don't
laughing
remember
because
this
you knew
story.
this story.
No.
Okay, well, Josiah from my camp team and the rest of my camp team knows. 2 times I pull up to the same Chick-fil-A within a year of each other. It was the same event. We were going to a camp in Missouri, and I came down to Omaha to pick up Josiah, just like previously. And I pick him up. I'm like, hey, we gotta get some food. We pull into the parking lot. I'm like, why is no one else here? This is Chick-fil-A. We look up at the sign. We check the date, and we figure it out. And literally both times,
It was a Sunday.
it was a Sunday, and we decided to go to Freddy's, which was great.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Freddy's steak.
Which was great.
They're getting one in Columbus, Nebraska.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, we can go off that at Freddy's.
Freddy's.
Freddy Krueger.
I'm not a fan of Freddy's.
I'm not a fan of Freddy Krueger. I think he kills
Oh,
people.
I think Freddy's is pretty similar to Culver's.
Oh yeah.
Kinda.
I see that a lot. Yeah.
Culver's got fish
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah. Have you ever noticed like with chicken or like with any food that people trying for the first time, like roasted duck or something, or just random stuff.
Roasted duck.
Just something that they've never tried before. They're like, oh, tastes like chicken,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they eat all of
Yeah.
it.
Chicken's like
Or rabbit,
world renowned
or pheasant,
because there's probably chicken.
or frogs.
Okay, real
Fox
fast.
tastes like chicken.
Real fast. We
Mice.
gotta talk about actual chicken, like
Okay.
live ones.
Okay.
They're freaking insane people. Well, they're chickens. They're insane though. Have you ever okay, my mom, for some reason, I don't remember how this happened, but my mom ended up with several chickens at her house, and I think they were all roosters.
That's not good. I don't think they're supposed to be together.
Well, no, because, yeah, they were going crazy, and they were just free range. They were outside and doing their own thing. Yeah, I should get my mom on here to tell some stories about those chickens. What, you want my mom on here?
No, I was laughing.
Oh, I thought you were leaving. Anyways, there's some funny stories, but yeah, they're crazy. They poop on everything, but that's it's a given. We all do. I'm kidding.
I don't know about that.
Evan's excluding himself. I don't. So this has been Conversations in Water.
Okay.
We're about at the 30-minute mark.
Alright. Is there anything else we want to talk about? Briefly?
Evan, you've been great.
Thanks.
You've been great, Evan.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
that was my mom.
We are not sponsored by Minute Maid, for the record.
Or my mother.
Yeah, she's not paying for anything. Well,
Well,
she might be supporting you somehow.
yeah.
Emotionally.
I mean, emotionally, she birthed me.
She paid for your haircut. No, she gave you a haircut the one
She
time.
did, which I'll be getting a refresh soon here.
You can get it cut again?
Like a refresh.
Refresh.
What do you mean a refresh? It's already really short.
No, but we get trim the size. It's a whole
Oh.
thing. We'll talk about it.
Oh
on the
yeah, I
next
agree.
episode.
On our next episode, potentially.
Conversations in Water. We're gonna try to get back to our weekly schedule.
Yes. Ooh, next week, we were just talking about Josiah. Yeah.
Wait, that's not gonna be next week though. That'll be technically for the episode for 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and a lot could change by then, but we're like 89% sure that's gonna happen. So
Right.
Josiah should be on the
Yes.
episode.
Yes. We've been talking about getting Katie Morris on this podcast
Katie
since
Morris.
before we
She
started.
she was the first.
She was the OG
Yeah, the
guest.
first guest we wanted to have.
Yes.
Yeah, but right now she's in a very busy season of volleyball, so we're gonna figure it out. It could be something that happens sooner. It could be something that happens later, but she will definitely be featured.
Yes.
Anyways, thank you for listening,
Yeah.
and
This has been Conversations in Water.
good night and good luck.
Perfect. So that's that, Evan.
Good.
was good.
No, listen.
My nose was running the whole time.
That's alright.
It's funny because I said right now I hit the record button.
Wow.
Thank you. What's worse is my ears are sweating now because
Alright. So we're gonna have been.
I didn't notice that the first time.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start. I'm actually gonna start using the audio in 3, 2.
Takes so long to.
You should put it on the podcast.
You're listening to
Conversations in Water, where
we
bring
the
the
water
water.
conversation. we both did it. We did it wrong. We bring the conversations and
You bring the water.
I'm messing my mic up.
Unless you don't want to.
Unless you don't want to.
Yeah.
But please, goodness people, please do.
Yeah,
It's
or-
cold.
Like we talked about, like the first episode, you can just go next to a body of water or something.
Yeah.
Like,
And Jesus is living water, so
Yeah.
if you just, you know what?
Why are you laughing?
If not, we can just use his guess.
Oh,
you
man.
gotta hear your sins.
Yes.
Okay, I think we should upload this on
That
YouTube.
was Okay.
On YouTube.
Yes. I'm not against it, I don't know how quick we'll be able to get it up there.
Anyways,
So I don't, you know what I mean?
that was today's
Yeah.
message.
By
Yes.
Reverend Ralston,
Yes.
excuse me, by Justin Norman. I'm gonna have to edit that. Justin hates being called Reverend.
Really?
So there was an inside joke between a lot of us on CSF leadership, like back when Tristan and Ashley and everybody was still here, because we joked, like some of them jokingly had him in their phone as Reverend Ralston,
Mm-hmm.
but we knew never to call him that because it legitimately pissed him off. So because he has something about Reverend, someone like called him that or some negative thing.
Nevan, what did we just do?
We recorded our new episode of Conversations in Water.
Yes, who
Brought
was
to
our
you by
guest?
Evan.
Yes, brought to you by him. Evan P. Arnold.
Who's a sneak audio feed.
He's a sneak audio
This
feed.
is Conversations in Water,
Yes.
where every time we record,
Also,
our mic
look for it on
situation
YouTube
is different
eventually.
every single
Literally every time.
Yeah.
See?
Next time, we're thinking no mics.
No, we're not. Next time we're thinking we're all gonna have mic stands.
Yes. We gotta figure out what's going on because yours started cutting out too a little bit, and I was able to tweak it enough. But then when I started tweaking yours, mine started cutting out again.
Yeah, I heard those.
So it could be the soundboard.
You know that to me immediately.
My Venmo is at Nev Hoffman.
Can't right now.
At Nev N-E-V H-O-F-F-M-A-N.
Anyways, here, let's real fast get into this.
Okay.
Because this is actually kind of
How
cool.
much you heard in
So I
the
don't-
story?
I don't know about you.
How much you heard in
I
the
just don't
story?
enjoy it. I'm not gonna, well, you know, whatever. But,
You just hit share, dude.
oh yeah. But
Your story, share.
there's this guy that does who helped us sign
tried?
on college.
turning it off?
You know how they have like the giant windows, you can see through all those people. He held up a giant sign that said, "I need more bush light," and they put his Venmo. And like, he was just joking, like he was just having fun with it. But people donated, and the first day he had $1,000 donated to his.
Oh wait, that'll play
So
it
like, that's
backwards.
weird and random and like awesome-ish for him, hopefully. But it's actually
No, it didn't.
8 times better because instead of like spending the money on beer, which would have been insane, he donated it to the Iowa Children's Hospital. This was in Iowa. He donated it to the Iowa Children's Hospital.
Wait, you didn't do it right.
He ended up raising like another 20,000. Whoa, how? Because this went around online.
We are recording a new episode of Conversations in
What the heck?
Here's our guest, Evan.
Yes, brought to you by him.
Why is it doing that?
Maybe it's just your phone. Try killing the app and go back in. So technically we can keep this microphone because they don't use it. And that's not a mic stand, so we can keep that too.
You're good.
I think we can just keep them both fully put together and just leave stuff here. Because I have like 8 other mics now, so if I need it. I'm thinking of actually using them to record some singing too. I haven't decided. We'll see.
Who's
Play
singing?
around with it. Me.
He's a singer.
Wait, we can start a band.
Yeah.
Once I learn how to play guitar,
One of our 3 bands.
Yes.
I can play guitar.
Ooh, we could sponsor ourselves.
We-
Conversations in Water brought to you by
Some guys. Some guys brought to you by Conversations in Water.
Weeknights, 10:30.
10:30.
10:30. 10:45.
Alright, HT, it's been good, it's been fun. Oh, Evan's not even in the shot.
That's fine.
Whoa, the whole time?
The whole time.
That's
No,
fine.
that's not possible.